Hi, very good morning, one and all. And my name is Dinesh Babu, and I'm from the Department of Computer Science and Engineering of Gabriel Engineering College. And in today's session, I'm going to cover some programs on applets. In the previous sessions, we have already seen uh, the introduction of an applet and the differences between an applet and normal standalone applications, and then how some simple steps in order to write an applet program. And after that one, we already seen that how to write a simple applet program in the last session. In the last session, we have used some 3 or 4 methods. For example, we have used the method called as draw string in order to draw a string on the applet, and set color in order to change the color of the text of the color of the text on an applet, and then set background in order to change the background color of an applet. So I think these 3 are the methods what we have used in the previous section. So in the previous section, draw string method is used to draw some text on the applet. And now, in today's section, what we are going to cover is we are going to draw a simple line on an applet, and we can change the color of, by default the color of the line is black, and we can change the color of that particular applet by using the set color method. And similarly, we are going to work on how to draw a square or a rectangle, and similarly how to draw an ellipse or a circle. Now let us quickly move on to the programming window, and let us see how to write an applet program in order to generate a line or a circle or an ellipse or a square or a rectangle on the applet output window. Okay, let us move. In the last 2 or 3 sessions, we are using this Edit Plus software in order to do all the programs regarding. Sorry, one second. Let us do this applet program. Sorry, we are doing this applet programs on command prompt. Okay, so let us. We already know that in order to write an applet program, we need to have 2 files. That is .java file and .java file, and then .html file. So let us start the program by writing Java file. After that, we can move to how to write an HTML file. While writing Java file, so far we have to include package called as applet package. So Java space java dot applet dot start. And after importing this particular applet package, we have to import one more package called as AWT package. We have already seen what are the use of these packages in Java programming in the previous sessions. So now, after writing, after importing these 2 packages in our applet program, that is in your Java file of applet program, we have to define a class. We have to define a class, and that class, in that class, be public. So public. So we have to use the class keyword in order to define a class, public class. For example, my class name is A1. And after defining a class, inside that particular class, we all know that these applet programs do not contain any main method. So there is no need of writing public static void main string in RCS. Instead of that, we are going to use some method called as public void paint. So let us write that paint method in this particular applet program. Uh, Public void paint. We all know that this paint method is going to take the graphics class variable as parameter, And inside the same method, so let us recall all the uh, applet methods what we have seen in the previous sessions. So in order to draw a line on an applet, we have to use a method called as draw line method. So I'm going to write all these methods at the bottom of the page, the series methods, and then after seeing this method, after seeing this method introduction, we can move to the we can move how to write these methods in the program. Once again. So in order to draw a line, in order to draw a line on applet, we have to use a method called draw line method. It is going to take four parameters. That is x1, y1, x2, y2. We all know that in order to draw any line, we need to have two endpoints. Among those two endpoints, if we are drawing a line on a two-dimensional axis, that is x and y, each and every position have two values, that is x value and y value. And similarly, we are working with two endpoints because we are going to draw a line which contains two endpoints. That is, first endpoint may contain xy values and second endpoint may contain xy values. So the first endpoint x5 values are defined by using x1, y1, and the second endpoint xy values are defined by using x2 and y2. So now to draw a line on an applet, we have to use a method called as draw line method, and this particular draw line method contains four parameters. Those four parameters, in those four parameters, the first two parameters are the first endpoint of the line, and the second two parameters are the second endpoint of the line. Imagine that we are drawing a line on a 2D axis, and we are not going to work on 3D. We can also work on 3D. That's a different program. And in this particular program, we are going to work on two-dimensional. Similarly, if you want to draw a rectangle, please observe these methods carefully. If we want to draw a rectangle, we have to use the method called as draw rectangle. Sorry, draw rectangle. And this draw rectangle method is also going to take four parameters, that is x, comma, y, comma, height, comma, width. So draw rectangle. This draw rectangle method is going to take four parameters, xy, height, and width. xy mentions the starting position of the rectangle. xy mentions the starting position of the rectangle, and from that starting position, what we have given, x will be the height of the rectangle and w will be the width of the rectangle. The example is if we have given the values like 10, 10, 50, 50, then 10, 10 will be the starting position of the rectangle, 50 will be the height of the rectangle from that particular point, and then 50 will be the width of that rectangle from that particular position, 10, 10. This is how we can draw a rectangle. And similarly, we can also draw a square by using the same method. By using the same method, that is draw rectangle method only. But the difference is that if we use the same method, draw rectangle only. But the difference is that if we provide height value and width value as same, then this particular method will draw a square. So for drawing a rectangle or drawing a square, we have to use the method called as draw rectangle method. And if we provide the height and width values differently, it will draw a rectangle. And if the value of height and width are same, it will draw a square. Similarly, we can also draw a circle by using the method called as draw oval, which is also going to take four parameters: x comma y comma rx comma ry. Among these four parameters, x comma y will be the center of the circle, and rx and ry will be the radius on x-axis and radius on y-axis. And we can also draw ellipse. By using the same method called as draw oval. And here also it is going to take four parameters. Then if Rx is not equal to, we all know that it is not equal to R5, then it will become an ellipse. If Rx equal to R5, if both the values of third parameter and fourth parameter are same, this method will draw a circle. If the values of third parameter and fourth parameter are different, it will draw an ellipse. If Rx is more than Ry, if Rx is greater than Ry, then it will draw an ellipse as major x-axis ellipse. And if Ry is greater than Rx, then it will draw a major y-axis of ellipse. We all know that different types of ellipse. And when Rx and Ry are both are same, it will draw a circle. Okay, so these are the things what we have already seen uh, in the introduction to applets or in the simple steps of writing a programming app. We already seen all these methods. I'm just referring these methods again because we are going to use these methods in our program. So I am recording all these methods. So remember these five methods, and we are going to use these five methods. But remember these three methods and different procedures of using these three methods to draw different shapes. Right? So draw line, it is used to draw a line on the output screen. Draw rect, it is used to draw rectangles and squares. If the values of third and fourth parameters are equal, it will draw a square. If the values of third and fourth parameters are different, it will draw a rectangle. And the next one, if we want to draw an ellipse or an oval or a circle, we have to use a method called as draw oval method. If radius on x-axis and radius on y-axis, that is the third and fourth parameters constitute this method are same, it will draw a circle. If these two ellipses are different, it will draw a ellipse. And among the ellipse also, we can draw a major x-axis and major y-axis by varying the values of radius on x-axis and radius on y-axis. And this is the previous session's data. Just we are recalling, and then let us quickly move on to the programming. And this is the program what we have written already in this today's section. That is, in order to write an applet program, we need to import two packages, applet package and modality package. For importing these two packages, we have to define a class, the public keyword and class keyword. And then these applet programs do not contain the main method. Instead of main method, we are going to use a method called as range method, which will take the class variable as parameter. And by using the class variable only, we are going to use these different types of methods. So let us draw a line on the output. So let us improve this particular program step by step. So first of all, in this program, I want to draw a line. So in order to draw a line, there is one method called the draw line method, and I want to draw a line from 10 comma 10. So in the output screen, top right corner will be the 0 comma 0, and if we move towards the right side, the next value is going to be into 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. If we move towards the bottom, that means by value is going to be into. So I am going to draw a line of 10 comma 10 means the position of x is 10 and the position of y is 10. So 10 comma 10, and here was it is the starting point of my line, and if my ending point of the line is from 15 comma 50. So this particular method will draw a line on the output screen. So let us write an HTML file. Let us write a HTML file so that that particular HTML file will define the size of the applet, and that particular HTML file, in that particular HTML file we are going to include this particular program. So first of all, save this program, and my class name here is A1. So I have to save program as A1.java. I'm going to save this particular program as A1.java, and then I'm going to take I'm going to take I'm going to write an applet program. We all know, sorry, HTML program. We all know that HTML program will start with a HTML tag, and then we have one more tag under the HTML called as body tag. And under this body tag, we have a tag called an applet, by which we are going to write some applet programs. And this applet tag contains three attributes. The name of the first attribute is code, and the name of the second attribute is weight, and the name of the third attribute is height. For example, my height of the applet is 4. I want an applet with height 400, and I want an applet with width 400. And then here, what we have to do is we have to compile the Java file, and then we have to provide the complete path of .class file here. So let us uh, let us compile and then write that particular path of the .class file. So before going to the compilation, let us close all these tags. There is applet tag, body tag, and HTML tag. So I have closed all these tags, and we can save this program with any name. There is no rule for saving this particular program. But while saving the Java program, we need to save that particular Java program as a class name in which the main method or main method contains .java. So I'm saving this particular program as a11.html. So for the file extension, while we are saving the Java program, we have to follow the extension .java. And while we are working with HTML files, we have to follow the extension .html. So, and here is the file with A11, and here is the Java file with A1. You can see the type of the file. It is a Java file, and it is a micro edge HTML document. Okay. So now open the command prompt. Open the command prompt, and in this command prompt, let us compile the Java file what we have created just before. The computer is using one second. Yeah. We got this. This is the Java file, and this is the HTML file, and we are in command prompt. And in command prompt, we have to move to the path where these programs exist. For example, we have already in 3D space desktop. Once again, we have an command. At 3D space desktop, we will move to the desktop, and 3D space online classes with my particular Java and HTML files are located. And then in those online classes, we have a folder called as Java, and in this Java only, we have all these programs what we have written till now. So for compiling the Java program, we have to use the command called as JavaC, followed by our Java program name is A1, capital A1 dot Java. So I'm compiling this particular Java program. Yes, and that particular Java program is compiled successfully, and you can find the .class file of A1. And this is the A1 Java file, and the above one is the A1 dot class. It is a class file. So, with the properties of this class file, with the properties, and this is the top of the class file where this particular A1 dot class is located, and uh, this part should be given to the code area of HTML and the Java J1 dot text. Right? So there is a HTML file, and now we use the command called as applet viewer says sorry my HTML file name is a11.html. And second, it is not working, and I will again change the path. Sorry, I think I have happened with typographical mistake. pplet dot html. Okay, the command is working, and let us see. We are not getting the output, and let us see this applet and do these modules outside the double quotation. Save the program, and again run this program using. Sorry, let's do one more thing. Don't include all this part because we are already in the same folder. Let us check whether this particular one will work or not. It is not still working, and sorry, I think we have saved this program with the small a11.html, and we are trying to compile the program with capital A1.html, and still it is not working. And let us try once again. Yeah, we are getting the applet, and but yes, it is showing that the applet was not initialized. That is, I think we have made a mistake in what we call in program. Yeah, in the program, we have to extend. We have to extend that particular class with applet. We have forgotten this one. We have already seen it in the differences. We have already seen it in the previous program, but in this program we have forgotten. So include extends applet while defining a class, and then save the program, and then compile the program again by using Java C space a1.java. And after the compilation, now use the applet viewer program. So now you can see we have got an output which includes a line, and that line is starting from. There are two endpoints of this particular line. Yes, there are two endpoints, and we can zoom it, and we can see two endpoints, and those two endpoints are 10 comma 10 and 50 comma 50. So let us change these values. For example, I want to draw a line from some 10 comma 10 to 10 comma some 100. Let us change these values, and try to generate one more applet. Now compile the program and then run the program. So you can see we are getting a vertical line. We are getting a vertical line because the value of x is not changed. The value of x is 10. That is x1 is 10 and x2 is 10. That is why we are getting a vertical line. If the values of y are same, then we get a horizontal line. So let us check that one also. For example, 10 comma 100 and some one second. Let us check with these values what type of line we are going to get on the applet, and close the particular applet window. You can see we got a line, right? So you can observe the color of the line by default is black, and the color of the background color by default is white. So we can change these colors. We have already seen how to change the colors in the previous program. So let us change the background color. So background, set background of color dot green. So I'm going to change the background color to green. So let us see. So I'm using a method called as set background. So let us see. Let us compile the program and then run the program. You can observe. You can observe the output window color of an applet is changed to green color. Green color, and but the line which is displayed on that particular window is in black by default color. So if we want to change the color of that particular line, we have to use a method called as set color. Set color. For example, I want to change that color of that particular line to red. I have to use the color dot red, and now compile the particular program and then run the applet so that we can get compile the program and then run the app. So we can clearly observe the line of the color has been changed to red color. So this is how we can draw a line. We can set the background and then we can change the color of the particular line. Now let us look at how to draw a circle, how to draw an ellipse, how to draw a square, and how to draw a rectangle by using the methods what we have seen previously. So let us update this program. So after this one, I want to draw a rectangle with white color. For example, G dot set color. I want a color called as something like white. I want a color called as white. G dot set color of color dot white. And now I want to draw. I want to draw a rectangle. I want to draw a rectangle, and the rectangle will start from some 100 comma 100, and the width of the rectangle, sorry, and the width of the rectangle is 100 comma 150. So now let us compile this particular program. This is the previous output, and now we have added two more lines. That is the set color of color dot white and draw across some values. So let us recompile this particular Java file and then and the white the window should be small. Sorry. Now, now let us compile this program again. So we don't get any others. Now it will back again. So you can clearly observe there is one line in the top left, and there is one rectangle with width of 100 and height of 150. So this is how we can draw a rectangle. Now you can clearly observe we have a border of rectangle, but now I want that complete rectangle to be filled with white color. So in order to do that, instead of using draw, use a method called as fill rect. See, this is the draw rect output. Now close this output. I have changed this draw rect with fill rect, and now I am going to compile the program again, and then I am running this program, and you can observe, and this is the output. Then I have used the fill rect. The entire rectangle color is changed to white. So I'm going to show both the differences. Now I want to draw one more. I want to draw one more rectangle. Okay, and my rectangle will start at some 200 comma 200, and the height and width will be 100, 120. Now let us look at the difference. I'm closing this previous output. Now I'm going to compile this Java program, and then I'm running this applet here. So you can observe, let us keep this aside and put the output window here. You can observe, I have used the fill rect. That is why this complete rectangle is filled with white color. I have used the draw rect. So the only on the border of the rectangle is in white, and the remaining interior area of the rectangle is in normal background color. So now I want to now if I want to draw a square, it is very simple. I have already said that to draw a square, simply use both the values of height and width as same. So now compile, and then run the program. Compile the program, and then run the program. You can observe. There are two squares. The first one is completely filled with white color, and the second one, the second square has a border white color, and the remaining will be background default color. This is because I have used the fill rect, so it will fill the entire square with a different color, and I have used the draw rect to draw a border with the prescribed square. And this is how we can draw a square or a rectangle, or we can fill that square or fill that rectangle by using these simple methods. Now I want to draw a circle. We all know that in order to draw a circle, we have a method called as draw oval method. And this draw oval method will take four parameters. Among those four parameters, if the radius on x-axis and radius on y-axis, that is third and fourth parameters are same, then it will draw a circle. Let us see whether it will draw a circle or not. Let us compile and then run. You can observe there is one circle at the bottom. Okay. Similar to the draw rect and fill rect method, we can also use fill oval. Some use the fill oval at 350 comma 350 comma 25 or some 50 comma 50. See the difference between using the draw oval and fill oval methods. Compile the program and then run the program. So you can see the third one is the draw oval and the fourth one is the fill oval. For example, I want to draw these ovals with some other different color. For example, I want all these ovals or something, this fill oval or draw oval with some red color. Again, I have to use the method called as red color, and here instead of white, I want some red color. So let us check whether it is working or not. Compile the program and then run the program. You can observe we are getting a draw oval as in red color and fill oval in red color. This is how we can draw circles by using a oval method. And let us see how to draw an ellipse also. We have already seen that if the values, that is if these two values are not same, if these two values are different, then we get an ellipse. So let us check whether we are now getting an ellipse or not. Here, let us draw this ellipse with some other different color, I'm going to draw an ellipse with pink color. So pink color, and for ellipse also use these two things, that is draw oval and fill oval, but try with the different values because try with different values. I'm going to I'm going to 20. And similarly here also I'm going to add 20. So let us check whether these draw oval and fill oval are working. So I'm going to draw a oval with pink color and a filled oval with the pink color. So let us see. So see in the top left of the top right of the screen, there are two things. Sorry, we have done one mistake. I have already said we want to draw a vowel. In order to draw a vowel, we have to change the values of radius on x-axis and radius on y-axis. We have kept the values as same. That is why we are getting the same circles in the top right corner. So let us change the, for example, it is 150 and it is 150. Here the radius on x-axis value is more. So we are getting an major x-axis ellipse. Yeah. Yeah, you can see the size of the screen is not enough. Yeah, you can see and clearly observe there are two ellipses. Here is a one ellipse with the border, that is the draw vowel, and it is the second one with full vowel. In order to see the differences, let us change the color. The color is not visible. Let us change this color to black. And you can observe, you can see the difference. And then now we can recompile and then we have to do a command in order to yeah. Now you can see second, the program has not been saved. That is why we are not getting save the program. Compile the program. Yeah, you can see there are two vowels. The first one is a just vowel outline, and the second one is a yeah. The first one is a fill. First one is a draw vowel, and second one is a fill vowel. It is an ellipse with major x-axis, and if we want a major y-axis ellipse, for example, I want a major y-axis ellipse. So just alter these two values, we get the major y-axis ellipse. What I'm going to do is from 200 comma 200, 150, and 120. Here I'm going to change the, I'm going to decrease the radius on x-axis value. I'm going to increase the y-axis value. And got some black, I am going to use violet or some green is the background color. And let us take yellow. Run the program, and then this is the previous program also. We change the compiling the program and then running the program. So you can see two more ellipses are added. The new two ellipses are major y-axis ellipse. The first one is a draw vowel method, and the second one is a fill vowel method. So this is in this single program we have seen how to draw a line, how to draw an ellipse, or how to draw a circle, and how to draw a rectangle, how to draw a square, and how to fill that square or fill that rectangle or fill that oval or fill that major x-axis ellipse, major y-axis ellipse. All the things we have seen. And this is how we can write an applet program in order to draw different shapes. And with this, I'm going to close my session for today. And if you have any queries regarding this today's session, you can post the comments in the video, or you can just text me. I will answer at any time. And then thank you once again for having the patience and while listening my video lecture. And thank you once again. And in the next section, the next sessions, we can start with event handling. Up to now, we have covered the topics of abstract window toolkit and some important swings. And then we have moved to applets and programs and applets. And then next session, we are going to start with event handling. What are the events and how to generate events and how to handle those events in Java programming language. And thank you once again.